Well, alright, people. Another total disaster of a show here for WWE. I mean, the shit just keeps piling up. So let's just get to the review here. We have, of course, John fucking Cena coming out to start off the show, and it's another U.S. challenge, U.S. title challenge. They should just rename it the John Cena Burial, because that's pretty much what it is. So we have Cena versus Xavier Woods. And like I said, the New Day is getting much better. I actually am laughing at them. I actually think they are one of the better things going on in the WWE right now. I mean, there's only a few good things in the WWE. Seth Rollins at the peak of those things by far. And then you got a few other good things, but most of the good things are like Kevin Owens, who's IC champion. Who the fuck cares about the IC champion? The New Day are tag team champions, which isn't that great of honor, but like I'm saying, they're still good and they're still entertaining. So we have Cena versus Xavier Woods, and the match was alright, I guess. I mean, there was some okay moves in there and shit. New Day had a good little promo there coming down to the ring like they usually do. And they've really, put some things into their gimmick that have made them very entertaining, like the trumpet, the singing, just everything that they've been doing has pretty much been really good. I've been enjoying it. So the match doesn't really go too long. I mean, I think it went like 10 minutes maybe. And then the two members of the New Day come out and start attacking Cena. And then, of course, the Dudleys come out. I'm very surprised it took like this long to get the Dudleys fucking kissing Cena's ass. Because right when the Dudleys came in, Cena goes and gives, I believe it was Devon, he goes and gives him a hug. I mean, it's total ridiculousness. And here we see Cena just just getting, trying to seem popular, associating with the Dudley boys. I mean, it's just everybody. Ric Flair is like the #1 guy there who loves to suck Cena's dick. Just everybody, who's a legend they associate with John Cena. So again, I'm surprised it took him this long to get the Dudleys with John Cena. And then, of course, we have the Cena and the Dudleys teaming up there. Then they actually get defeated by the New Day in a six-man tag match, in a pretty boring match. And then you got Cena there, acting like a total fucking fool. He's like, tag me, like a fucking child. I mean, he's ridiculous. I'm so sick of Cena, just beating everybody. Just everything about Cena right now is pissing me the fuck off. He beats Rollins, he beats Kevin Owens, he beats everybody. Everybody he beats. It just pisses me off. And nobody in this company who has any legitimate talent can ever get over, they can't become big because Cena's that roadblock in the way. It just pisses me off. But anyway, we have, the New Day, at least the New Day won. I was happy to see that. And as I predicted, the Dudleys are going downhill very fast. They're not good wrestlers. They're not doing anything on the mic. No promo skills. I told you guys they're going to go downhill. They're not going to be in anything in this company, and they're going to turn out to be absolute shit, and I am totally correct on that. At least in my opinion, I think the Dudleys are bad. So, but the New Day do win. The match wasn't anything, to get all worked up about. It was a 1-star out of 5-star match, and overall a boring, typical 6-man tag team match. Then we have the Big Show defeating Mark Henry. And this match was basically 900 pounds of bullshit. Or you could round up and say it was a half-ton of bullshit. It was just, you knew it was going to be a boring match. Mark Henry's like a fucking fat slob who needs to fucking retire. Same thing with the Big Show too. Except Big Show, I will say, has a bit more of charisma than Mark Henry. But the match was boring. The match was a jobber match. It was a pointless match. It's like every fucking week on Raw they have to have like 3 or 4 or 5 just jobber matches that are like 3 minutes long and you know who's going to win. It's so stupid. So this match sucks. Clearly a 0 out of 5-star match. Then we have Miz TV with the Divas. I didn't really even pay attention to this that much. I mean, this is the problem. And you might say, oh, well, you should be paying attention to all the show. No, this is a problem with WWE. They have a 3-hour show. And So it's hard to pay attention to all 3 fucking hours. That's a long time. 3 hours of Raw. That's 1/3 that's 1/8 of my fucking day. 3 hours out of 24. So it's very hard for me to pay attention to all 3 hours of the show, especially when the Divas are on. And 98% of the time the Divas segments are absolute garbage. And then it's just, I don't have a 3 hour attention span to shit. I can't pay attention to shit for 3 hours. I'm sorry. I think your average attention span, my science teacher told me that your average attention span is your age plus like 2 or 3 minutes. So that doesn't, I'm not 175 years old, people. But, so I'm very inclined not to pay attention to this match because, or the segment, because I don't give a rat's ass about the Divas because they suck. Alright? Even though Paige turned heel last week, which was entertaining, it's like, they're just going to turn it into more, everything they do, when they make an inkling that they're going to do something good in this company, like they turn Paige heel, they do the Divas Revolution bullshit, that it's just going to turn out bad, like it always does. Everything that they do in this company just turns out to be shit. So, they're just arguing, back and forth, kind of, the Bellas come out, and they're just arguing about whatever. And then we have the Bellas defeating Team. I guess they're back together like that. Paige just fucking shits on Charlotte and Becky Lynch, and now they're fighting together. I mean, what the fuck is that? Does that make any sense? Not really. So it was a boring fucking match. There was at least one botch in there, and like I said, the Divas division just continues to lay goose eggs. Another 0 out of 5 star match here. I'm just so sick of the Divas division. And Charlotte's champion now. Oh, it's different. No, it's not. It's just going to be the same old shit. Same boring fucking shit. And they got like 30 minutes of time on this show. They didn't deserve one. The Divas division is garbage. Then we have the Wyatts defeating the Primetime players. They have Harper and Strowman or whatever. Just another boring jobber match. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. The Primetime players, they go from being absolute jobbers to tag team champions, now they're absolute fucking jobbers again. See, it just makes no sense. There's no, and actually, if you look at this match, you could give the Divas the benefit of the doubt. So I guess, the Divas, if they're going to put jobber matches like this on the show, you might as well give the Divas a little bit of time. And actually, they do have some talent there in the Divas division. So if the Divas were, it's the creative team's fault. I'm sorry to go off on a tangent here, but, if the creative team did the Divas right, I would be all for them getting 30 minutes on Raw. But they just fuck them up. So it's not the Divas, individuals' faults. It's the fault of the creative team. Because in NXT, they thrive. But when they come up here, it's garbage. So, back to this match. It's just a jobber match. You knew who was going to win. Another 0 out of 5 star match. Total pointless throwaway match. And a waste of my time. Then we have Neville and Rhodes there, ending in a disqualification. Watching, they wrestled for like 2 or 3 minutes. Put on some decent wrestling, actually. And I was thinking, if they did this match for like 10 or 15 minutes, it would be a fucking really good match. These are 2 good wrestlers, especially Neville. 2 athletic guys. But no, they have to just fuck it up. They fucked up Cody Rhodes already. And, he's Stardust. A bunch of bullshit there. They just ruin everybody. They ruined Stardust. Ooh, look at the lunar eclipse last night. Oh my god. It's just a total stupid character. They've ruined him. He could have been really good in this company. Instead, he's obsessed with fucking stars. It's so stupid. And then Neville, too. Neville could be a great talent. Is he good on the mic? No, he hasn't really shown any mic skills to me, but he's a fucking great wrestler. He does fucking, spinny moves off the top rope. He does that fucking, back flips and front flips and standing shooting star presses and all these awesome fucking moves. And they're so cool, but then we get bored and, we get bored by Roman Reigns and Orton and Cena and those guys who do the boringest moves ever. Get pushed over Neville, who's doing all these fucking awesome moves could fucking break his neck in any of them probably. If he just slips, in one of his moves, he's fucking dead. Oh, but we got to give we got to give the spotlight to Mr. Rest Hold Randy Orton and Mr. Boring Roman Reigns and Mr. Superman John Cena. That's how the company works. So it was a short match, and there you go, a match like fucking Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt will get 15 minutes. Roman Reigns will get 15 minutes, but when you get a good wrestler like Neville and Rhodes, they only get 3. Yeah. So then Bad News Barrett comes back and just, I didn't even know he was gone. Why did he leave? He just felt like leaving. He just wandered off of it. I don't blame him either. This company is a bunch of garbage, so I don't blame Bad News Barrett for leaving for a few weeks. So he leaves and he comes back and then he just decides to knock out 2 people, and there you go. I mean, and then they're just going to keep, burying, and then Bad News Barrett's just going to turn into his same old self. He's going to be a fucking low mid-carder, maybe win the IC belt another 10,000 times, and he's going to be a wasted talent. And he's not even that great, but he's going to be fucking just there and do nothing. So I'm going to give this overall 0.75 out of 5 stars because there was some good wrestling there. And you could argue, okay, Bad News Barrett came back. Well, it's a return. Plus 0.25 stars there, I guess. So, whatever. Then we have Kane's job evaluation. This was the best thing of the night here. It was kind of slow developing. You had this fucking chick out there, talking. Ashley, I think her name was. About how great Kane was. Then you had Rollins out there arguing. Nothing really substantial there. It was mostly just 2 video packages playing. And then you had Rollins attacking Kane. Of course, they botched the fucking pedigree. I mean, Rollins can't fucking do that move. So why don't you give him, they should have just kept him with the curb stomp, but they got to give him the pedigree. What the fuck is up with that? The pedigree's, I think it's a stupid finisher to begin with. The curb stomp is much better, but, it could hurt somebody. But we let Kane and Undertaker do the tombstone pile driver, but we don't let Rollins do his fucking finisher, which has never hurt anybody ever. Yeah, again, it doesn't make any fucking sense. So then we get, Rollins attacking Kane, hurting his ankle, and then Kane, this is a part I like, Kane kind of transforms into a monster, and I've been calling him Schizophrenia Kane, so he comes into his monster personality, and he, I kind of thought it was a little bit stupid how he just takes his leg and shakes it out, and he's healed. I guess, you could argue he's got special powers or whatever, but that was fine. Then Kane comes down to the ring and, beats up Rollins. So, it's kind of, I would very much enjoy if they gave Kane one of his 2 old theme songs back, because I think this one's called like the Veil of Fire or whatever. It fucking is horrible. Give him back the Slow Chemical or his first theme song. But anyway, it was cool to see Kane back as more of the monster character. So that was a decent segment. I think it should have been shorter. It was like a 20-25 minute segment. It was very slow developing, but overall it was cool to see Kane back, as his kind of, more devilish kind of, personality there. And then we have another just pointless jobber match here, where Orton defeats Bo Dallas. And again, Bo Dallas, another fucking waste. Randy, and Bo Dallas isn't even good, but I've gone over this before. Bo Dallas was NXT champion for 200 some days, more than half the year, and then he's a total waste on the main roster. But anyway, Orton defeats him in like probably 2 minutes. Stupid, boring, pointless match. What do you think I'm going to rate it, guys? What do you think I'm going to rate it? A big fat fucking 0 out of 5 stars. Then we have Owens and Rusev ending in a disqualification, and again, like a 2-minute match. And then, Owens and Rusev team up on Ryback. Ziggler comes out of the fucking brawl. It's like a 3-minute segment. Who the fuck cares? Not me. And guess what I'm going to rate it? A big dud. A big 0 out of 5 stars. A Dudley. No, a dud. A 0 out of 5 stars. Another stupid segment. Then we have Heyman coming out to cut a promo. And this just didn't feel like a typical Heyman promo. It was short, you know, and then you got fucking... He didn't really say anything really that significant either. And then you got the Big Show coming out, and then Heyman, you know, was about to fucking shit his pants there. You know, it was ridiculous. After Big Show came out, Heyman didn't even say anything. And this is what I think WWE lacks. They lack the ability. It's not even an inability. It's very easy to do. You know, put two guys in the ring and have them cut a promo. They rarely do that. I remember they were doing the contract signing between Cena and Rollins. And Cena comes out there and cuts his, you know, Rollins cuts his promo. Cena comes out there, cuts his promo. And then Rollins isn't allowed to respond. They had to have two people in there, cut a promo back to back, you know, with each other. So that wasn't that good. I thought it was overall a stupid segment. Then we have Roman and Bray Wyatt. Fucking ends in a DQ or a count out. The match sucked. Post-match, they're wrestling in the crowd. Then they had two good spots. You know, through the barricade and then spear through the table. You have fucking Bray Wyatt acting like a dumbass, like, you know, raising his arms on the table while Roman is still on the ground. So, and then everybody's like, this is awesome, It was two good spots. It wasn't awesome because the previous 10-15 minutes was a bunch of bullshit. It was garbage and it sucked, predictably. So overall, I'm going to give this match 1.5 out of 5 stars because there was two good spots at the end. But other than that, it was stupid. And the ending, they were just both laying there. And why is this match the main event? Nobody gives a shit about Roman Reigns. Nobody gives a shit about Bray Wyatt, really. I mean, this didn't feel like a legitimate main event. I thought it didn't satisfy me. You know, the ending didn't satisfy me. Just two people laying there on the ground. This feud has been going on since Money in the fucking Bank. Can it be over already? It's a horrible feud between Roman Reigns, who fucking sucks, and Bray Wyatt, who has fallen off the face of the earth and has sucked ever since he's lost to Cena, pretty much. And the feud is just awful, and it needs to end. And this match showed me tonight that it didn't end, which I'm very pissed about. And this whole show tonight was a bunch of garbage. You know, from front to back, pretty much was garbage. The only decent thing was the Kane segment with Seth Rollins and the job evaluation. So there you go. I'll give this show 1 out of 10 stars. Another shitty ass show of Monday Night Raw. So there you go, people. There's your Monday Night Raw review.